let's understand something. Communication is about behavior and situations. The same kind of communication might apply to one situation and might not apply to someone else's situation. You'll be able to apply the right concepts in the right situations if you understand the concept, how communication works in general. Okay, so for example, we'll talk about it again. Why do I freeze when I talk to someone? So you're in a meeting, someone suddenly asks you, so what's your opinion? And your mind, it suddenly goes blank. Well, there are a couple of reasons why that might be happening. The biggest reason for that is you are just not present in the situation. So when they were discussing all of that, you just weren't listening. You just have no idea what they're talking about. It's because your mind is totally distracted. So you might be physically present, but mentally you're not. That's why there are three levels of preparedness. This is what I learned in my last company. So there's like physical preparation, mental preparation, and then there's tactical preparation. I will talk about it very quickly. So physical is like you understand the physical space, you kind of sit in the right posture, you make sure you have your water bottle nearby. So basically you're physically prepared, you're good with energy, you've had your breakfast. So those are the physical preparation. Second is the mental preparation. Mental preparation is about being present in the moment. So you need to be prepared for that when you're specifically for professional situations. If you're going in that, whether it's an interview, just a casual meetup with your manager, or wherever it's necessary to be required in the moment. Sometimes if you're just sitting at home and your mind is wandering off here and there, then that's fine. But sometimes in those moments, if you're talking to someone, you need to be mentally present in that moment. The way to do that is you can either practice some kind of meditation, or you can just train yourself. You can just tell yourself, okay, whatever happened, happened. So for example, if something happened at home, or maybe you're going through a breakup, or just some kind of a fight with your girlfriend, boyfriend, something like that, and that is keeping your head, keeping your thoughts stuck in those kind of negative things. Or maybe you're just going through some kind of you have a lot of bills to pay, and your mind is thinking about all of that. So but when you go to the office, when you go to sit with the manager, sit with friends, in that moment you need to understand that whatever is happening right then and there is a place for that to be. And right now this is a place for me to interact with my friends. So I'm going to give my time to them. This is something you will have to train on a daily basis. You can do meditation to relax yourself. You can try to calm your nerves, because see, communication is in fact coming from your behavior. If your behavior is not correct, that is what reflects in your communication. The reason you're freezing when you're talking to someone is one of the biggest reasons could be that you're just not mentally present. The third level of preparedness was tactical preparedness. Tactical preparedness is simply like we do in chess. When two people play chess, they're thinking of 10 moves ahead. So if they say this, I can say that. If they say that, I will say this. And then if they say these two things, I will say these five things. So you're already prepared well ahead in time about the meeting. So let's say you're going for a salary negotiation. You want an increase in your salary. So you want to make sure that you already are prepared. Okay, these are the 10 things they can ask me, and these are the 10 things that I will bring up to them. And if they counter me like this, I can simply say something like this is how a conversation happens. But I'm telling you, nobody really prepares for a conversation. This is what makes you different, and this is like tactical preparation. This is what separates you from all the people out there. Okay, so this is the biggest reason why somebody freezes, whether you're going for a public speaking, or whether you're just going for a normal interview, or whether you're just talking to anyone. The biggest reason is you're just mentally not ready. Okay, you just mentally are not present in the moment. That's big one. Other reasons could be why you freeze. Some people feel like it's because their English, if your English is too weak, maybe then it's a possibility like you're too much of a beginner. But a lot of people don't know what a beginner sounds like. So what does a beginner sound like in a language? Let me tell you, like, I know nothing about the French language. I'm a beginner. Okay, I'm like total zero. I don't know any French. That's like the kind of a beginner mindset, even when in English. So if you can read and understand, you're not a beginner, my friend. Yes, you might make some grammatical mistakes. You might make some technical errors, which doesn't really matter in the practical world, honestly. So if that's the problem you're facing, and that's why you're kind of, you're stuck on the word, you're trying to remember that one specific word, you're stuck on that, that's why you froze. I'm not able to speak up because I don't remember that word. Let me tell you a quick hack to fix that. If that is the reason you're freezing during your meetings or interactions, there are multiple ways to say the same thing. For example, if I want to say I'm feeling happy right now, and let's say I forget the word happy. See, this happens all the time. Even in our Hindi native language, we forget words all the time. We're not supposed to be like robots, right? We're not robots. We're not computers. We're not going to have the right word at all the times. You don't have to be like the Shashi Tharoor to speak with people. So forget that. You don't have to be that great in English in order to have good communication with people. What you need is you need good ears. You need to be mentally present. You need to observe what is happening. You need to have those calculations going. Oh, what are they trying to say? You need to actually listen to what they're saying and actually, let your mind process the thoughts. And for the example I was talking, if you get stuck, just remember there are multiple ways to express the same thing. If I want to say I'm happy, I can also say, hey, I'm feeling really good today. Right? So I don't have to say the word happy. I can just say I'm feeling really good today. If you want to say, hey, I'm feeling really bad today, you could just say, I'm not really happy today. I'm just not in the mood today. I'm feeling a bit down today. There are multiple ways to say the same thing. The point is about that they understand what you want to say. So whenever you get stuck, just try to express that in a different way. That's all you have to do.